Hello guys, welcome and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be going over the update for the Laura Lentz scandal with Ranin, and she apparently was on Good Morning America. We are going to watch that interview right now, and I just wanted to say first and foremost, again, it's good to talk about these things because some of these things can be prevented. Like, some of these things we need to ask ourselves, are we making good choices? Like, is this honoring my partner? Like, is this a good decision or a bad decision? Like, not everything that looks good is going to be a good decision for you. Okay.
This morning, the woman who says she was the mistress of Laura Lentz, formerly known as Justin Bieber's hipster pastor for Hillsong Church, is speaking out.
Okay. Now, this part it was okay. Everything was okay until this part.
And he said, I am, but he doesn't wear a ring. You never ever seen him wear a ring. When he told you he was married for 17 years and had 3 kids, did you think, I can't be with him, I can't date him? Or did you think, I'm okay with that? I was like, it's all good. I was married before. I didn't want to judge him because I was like, I like to meet people and feel like a blank canvas. You get to know them, you let them paint their warm colors on it. You don't.
I like to meet people and see them as a blank canvas. I don't like to be judgmental. Okay, we need to talk about this really quick. There is a huge difference between having a moral compass and doing something that is wrong and right versus judging someone. If you are in a relationship, you don't cheat on that person because you love them, right? So this whole thing was fine up until that moment that she said that. She said, I don't like to judge people. No, whenever you make a decision, you have to think and you have to process it, and it goes through your mind and you think, is this a good decision? It's saying no to sleeping with someone that has a husband and kids is not judging them. That's called being respectful. And I'm not throwing shame on her. I'm disappointed in the way that she handled that and those choice of words, yes, but I'm not shaming her, right? I'm not here to like throw her under the bus. I'm just saying that is not judgment. That is called having a good moral compass. And if you live a good moral compass, if you have the same moral compass that I do, which I believe is following God, you definitely want to make sure that you uphold those morals. And it's not because you're judgmental, it's because you have respect for yourself and because you respect other people. Now, at the end of this video, she does say that she feels bad for Carl's wife and all that. But I just wanted to make that clear to you guys that it's not judgmental. That's called having boundaries. Boundaries are very healthy. I had to go to counseling for years because I had to learn how to put up healthy boundaries in my friendships, in my relationships, in all different areas of my life. That's not me being judgmental. That's me saying, listen, I have respect for myself, and because I see myself as valuable, this is toxic. This is not a good choice for me. So this is where I have to draw the line, or else it's going to affect me negatively. That's called a boundary, and that's a healthy boundary, and you should have healthy boundaries. A healthy boundary is saying no when someone asks you to sleep with them if they're married. That is a healthy boundary. So will you type amen in the comment section if you agree with me down there, or if you agree with me on that one?
Put stickers on people who think they're gonna be that because I didn't want to do that.
She says, I didn't want to do that to him. That makes me think that she went through something when she was younger, and I'm not casting judgment again. This is just the way that my mind works. That has me thinking if she went through something when she was younger where she had a hard time putting up boundaries, or I don't know if maybe she has a self-worth problem. I don't know. I'm not going to put labels on her. But that is not being judgmental, guys. So that just has to be clear right away. Ranin, I believe, Ranin knew who Carl was. There's no way she didn't know who he was whenever she met him. She claimed that she went to church 10 years ago and saw him as the pastor there. And then once her mind thought about it, then she remembered him being the pastor. No, it's like, girl, let's be real. Come on. You knew who he was. That's why you were getting entwined with him. Like, come on. Like, do you guys agree with me on that? So, Carl and Laura Lentz are renting a home in an LA neighborhood, and apparently it's a year lease, and he was seen bike riding his kids around the neighborhood, getting to know the neighborhood, and it's a beautiful, beautiful home. Then it's really interesting because that review of Good Morning America came out the same day as this article that I'm going to show you guys from the Sun Bulletin. Laura is not wearing her wedding ring in this picture, and Carl's on the phone having a very intense conversation. He looks very weathered. They both look extremely weathered, extremely exhausted. I cannot even imagine the stress that they're going through, and then moving in the midst of all this and then getting fired. Oh my gosh, I would just like freak out. I feel for them, even for Carl. It's like, but did you have to do that? Jeez. So this says, feeling the strain, cheating pastor Carl Lentz wife seen without wedding ring in LA, tanning salon as husband appears to be on a tense phone call. Now, this is just kind of like a interesting side note. Let me know if maybe I'm reading this wrong, because I don't know. But this article said an unified man is chauffeuring the couple in a black Range Rover. This is their black Range Rover, and this is the picture that they put with it. This is Laura. This is not a man. Are you guys seeing this right? Am I reading this wrong? Like, this is Laura. Maybe they just didn't recognize her for some reason, but let me know in the comment section. So yeah, they both look very weathered and very, very upset. She wasn't wearing her wedding ring. She's wearing some sweats. They're both just wearing loungy clothes. And apparently they were taking their kids out to eat for a couple days, just doing some family activities, which is probably good. Again, such a sad story. Again, the investigation is not fully done. There's going to be more information brought to the surface, and whenever I find that out, I will definitely let you guys know right away. But I just want to add in a couple verses real quick. James 1:5. If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask God, who gives generously to all without wisdom, and it will be given to him. So if you're in a situation and like you don't know what to do, like if you are in need of wisdom, just ask God for wisdom. He will help you make good choices, because those choices those choices are going to impact other people. So ask God for wisdom. That's what I encourage you to do. Ask yourself, is this a good choice? If I do this action, what are the consequences possibly going to be because of this? And if the consequences are so devastating, then it's like, I hate to be blunt, but like, then you can't do it. Like, I hate to be that person, but let's be honest. This is Hebrews 11:25, choosing rather to be mistreated with the people of God than to enjoy the fleeting pleasures of sin. Carl chose with his mind to choose a sinful act of adultery and cheating on his wife. And now he is reaping the consequences of his actions, and it's very devastating. And guess what? The consequences don't just affect that person. They affect the whole entire family. Heck, they're affecting the whole world. Everyone's talking about this right now. Proverbs 11:14, I love this one. Where there's no guidance, a people falls, but in a abundance of counselors there is safety. That means that, do you have good people around you helping you make good decisions? Like, if constructive criticism, like, you're not always right. Like, that's the reality of it. Like, we need good people around us. You ever hear that saying, you look at who your 5 friends are, I'll tell you who you are? It's the same thing. The way of a fool is right in his own eyes, but a wise man listens to advice. That's Proverbs 12:15. That's so true. The way of a fool is right in his own eyes. So obviously whenever Carl was going through this, he thought that he was right for doing this. Maybe Ranin thought that it was right for doing it, but if they were seeking counsel outside of themselves, like if they went to other people to ask, they would definitely be shot down. Their friend circle would definitely tell them no, especially Carl's friend circle, because he is in a position of leadership. Those people would have been like, are you crazy? And that's obviously why he didn't tell anyone, because he didn't want anyone to know. And this is one of my favorite ones. This is the last verse I'm going to leave you guys with. Romans 12:2. Do not be conformed by this world, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind, that by testifying you may discern what is the will of God, what is good and acceptable and perfect. Okay, guys, make good choices. Ask God for help if you need to, and don't cheat on your partner. That's the sum up for this. I hope you guys have a good week, and I will get back to you whenever I have more details.